If you're digging somebody, you want it to be mutual, instant.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's like marriages don't work because people think that the day after the wedding everything's gonna be different.
Right.
And it's the same shit you've been doing for the last 5 years.
Maybe that's a good point.
I don't want this.
That's like you should have a baby to fix all your problems in your relationship.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, so kids.
Which always works, by the way. Always. That never doesn't work.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, Kim, but you alluded to a situation. I know you didn't get there yet, but I kind of want to hear about the time.
My all the feels?
Yeah, please. I want to hear that. Because there's red flags that we ignored. So we heard her red flags. What red flags did you ignore?
Mine wasn't. We were friends. Honestly, we met and it was completely random. Like through a friend, we had this so the first day we met, we made out.
Okay.
Right? It was like a New Year's Eve thing, like, woo!
Like at midnight or like 11:30?
No, I think it was after midnight.
I'm over
Okay.
I can't.
All right.
I can't.
That definitely matters. Right, my boy, right?
Okay, fair.
That matters, right? That matters, right?
Because it depends on the percentage of alcohol that was already in her
And it was lots of alcohol, right?
Okay.
So that was a one-off. That doesn't apply. So that is how we met. Then after that, I think we literally talked on the phone for 6 months. We never hung out, and then we started to hang out. I positioned myself in a way to see him, and I don't know what was going on in his life. I think he may have been getting over a breakup, and I might have reminded him of his ex.
Oh.
There was a lot of commonality. We were both from the same place, like a lot of different things. Anyway, so then it started to be a work thing. Like we started to hang out on purpose to do business.
Wow,
And
I know that.
it was like, I loved every minute of it. I'm like, oh, power couple. Like we would even we referenced each other that way. Like I remember, like
Power couple.
We don't call them.
exactly. Like my family knew who he was. Like I was always so proud of him. He was like up here to me, but I never said anything about my feelings. I mean, I thought it was obvious. We never kissed. We never slept together after that. It was straight friends. So he was very, drew the line. Like, we were actual friends. I literally was in love with him for years. And I literally turned a blind eye to other men. I mean, maybe I had situations here and there, but he was my person.
Damn.
So I don't think that you have to be in a relationship to have your person. He was my best friend at the time. And, okay, so the resolve, how do you get past it?
Right.
I didn't.
But no, Kim, I feel you. Like, we are kindred spirits. Like, I feel you.
It's crazy. I mean, honestly, the resolve was... So, there were things that happened along the way. What I'll say is I never really was upfront about my feelings. There was never a point where I was like, I want to be with you. I think I sent a couple emails, like...
But how easy is that, though?
Here, da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
You know, like long, drawn-out explanation where I may have circled around what I was even trying to say. I don't ever think I was really explicit about how I felt.
Fair.
So the resolve, I remember going to his job. I think I mentioned this, and we're kicking it. We go out to dinner after. He's sitting next to his homegirl who I met, who I really like, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm not the main girl anymore. I left that night from dinner in tears. I mean, there was definitely alcohol involved. I knew at that minute, like, we're not going to be together. And let's fast forward a couple of weeks, maybe months, maybe even longer. After that, we hadn't really talked. I think he knew. I think he had to distance himself from me. He is in a happy relationship, and they live together.
Oh, wow.
And I was there for all of the tough times leading up till when he was ready. And when he was ready, I wasn't his choice. And now,
that's another conversation.
But you know what? I don't feel any pain, but we're not friends anymore. So with your situation, I've seen him out and about. I'm like, hey, I love him to death, but I don't have a desire to be with him. I think our friendship was always a facade, and I always wanted more.
So it's a little different.
I mean, if we were going to be friends, fine, but I'm not about to sit up there at dinner with him and his girl. Right. Maybe that would...
Well, I wouldn't do that either.
Like
I
to
think
fix
that's too much.
Yeah.
you know, I think there's a line to be drawn there as well, you know.
But it gets complicated.
It
You know,
does.
if I had a man, like I wouldn't want him to be in a situation with the situation I was in with him, you know, because we were besties essentially.
Right.
She should now play that role. So we're not friends anymore.
So I know the ladies had a lot to say, but you all had even more to say. So I'm curious on if you all have ever dealt with a situation.
Yeah, I mean,
You have nothing to say. You have most
To say.
no, I mean, I think it depends because you could flip it from both sides, obviously, right? So you could be the person that's the pursuer who's, you know, trying to signal to this person that you like them, or you could be the pursuee who's obviously getting these signals and fronting like you don't see them and ignoring them. Because honestly, I think that that's what we're talking about, right? Because if you're friends with somebody and you like them, there's things you probably won't ever talk about going on dates with anybody else when you're with them. You know what I mean? Like you got a whole day of talking to them and how's your day and how's your week been and I haven't seen you in a week, and none of the stuff you did involved you talking about some other dudes or some other girls or anything like that.
That's true.
But you know, and what's funny about that is I have a friend in LA, and we were out just having drinks one day, and I was saying, I was like, you know, I had a date, and she said, you know, when we're together, could you not talk about the dates you had? And I was like, what? She was like, I thought you knew that I was interested in you. And we had this whole I was sitting there like that is never, I've never heard anybody talk about shit like that or say anything. So I'm sitting there like,
How far into the meal is this? Like, is it almost over? Like, can we bounce or is it like appetizer shit?
I was like, I can do that. But then it was strange.
It was awkward.
It was I had never even thought about it. Like, I never thought about it.
So where do you guys stand now?
We're still cool. Like, we're still cool, but we don't see each other as much. Like, it went from like twice a week to once every couple of months.
Oh, yeah.
So let me be explicit.
Yes.
In the question that I have.
Hit me.
For you, fellas.
Yes. Hit me, please.
Please name a time where you were feeling one of your lady friends.
All right. So I got you.
I can't even finish my damn question because that was ready like bang bang like that time that you have dealt with that, and I hope she got the scraps, boo. That it didn't reciprocate. I mean, I'm curious on how the guys deal with it.
But normally, you let the girls come after you. Like, if you wanna go through life unscathed, right? If you wanna never be scathed.
I'm a drink.
Okay.
Right?
That's true. This is
Okay.
what
You know what I mean?
he said if you don't want to be hurt, or
If you don't want to take any risks.
Right. If you don't want to take any
right,
risks,
right.
then right. If you don't want to take any risks, then that's how you go through life. And for a lot of the time, and I'm not gonna front like I don't still do this, but it's a lot easier like that. You know.